NDTRs are making some noise on Instagram. Welcome to NDTR Spotlight, the corner of the internet where NDTRs shine. I'm your host, Marie Lorraine, and National Nutrition Month. So if you're following any NDTRs or dietitians or Eat Right Pro, you'll see that they're putting out a lot of celebratory posts about National Nutrition Month. And one happened on February 22nd where NDTRs began to speak up, and the post said, honor your staff, and on it there was a bunch of merchandise, and there's only 2 products for DTRs, a mug and a sticker, and it only said DTR, not NDTR. And as you may know, the NDTR credential is the new way of talking about NDTRs because it has that N, which stands for nutritionist, and that was put out by the Academy. So I would expect the Academy to be putting out merchandise that has the NDTR. You'll also notice the RD credential was changed to RDN, and all of the RD credential has RDN on it. There's no RD credential. So RDN credentials was updated, but NDTR credentials was not. And then if you look at the caption, it says, give a gift to your staff for this year's Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day. Is it supposed to be geared just for RDNs? But then underneath it says, check out our official National Nutrition Month catalog with special items for RDNs and DTRs. So it's not geared just for dietitians. They kind of snuck in DTRs as an afterthought and snuck us in as DTRs and not as NDTRs, which is our new way of referring and talking about us is with an NDTR. So what's really cool about this is NDTRs of Instagram kind of began to speak up and talk about how this was not right representation. If you're going to include NDTRs in a post, you need to include credentials with our credentialing, our name correctly written out, and more merchandise than just it looks like a dated mug and a sticker. So some of the comments that kind of came up were only 2 DTR and 0 NDTR items, bummer. And Beta Carotene said a coffee mug and a label pen for DTR. Come on, we deserve more recognition, which I agree. And these are 2 DTRs that were actually on our podcast, so you can hear their story and hear what they're doing in the field as NDTRs. Then we have other posts I posted on my personal page. I said no NDTR options because again, there were no NDTR options. They only had DTR options. And a lot of other DTRs came out and just posted and let their voice be heard. Shelly_NDTR said, what? 2 items for DTRs? Tell me there is more on the website, and 0 for NDTR. Y'all disappoint every year. And the comments were kind of similar with this, just saying, I wish there were more NDTR options. This doesn't seem like the best representation. And I want to kind of read out fully what Becca Blank.NDTR said and kind of reflects why this is important, why I decided to sit down and make a little episode about it. About NDTRs kind of speaking up and causing a little bit of drama on Instagram on this post. And so Becca said, are NDTRs just as valuable as RDs? Doesn't seem like it. We're hardly represented. No wonder the public has no idea what NDTRs are or what we can do. People think we're just there to take food orders or we weren't good enough to become RDs. Even RD2B students don't respect NDTRs. We're a bit offended by the lack of representation and appreciation. The Academy has every bit of ability to shine the light on what NDTRs can do. National Nutrition Month includes NDTRs. We shouldn't be an afterthought. Hope to see some more inclusion next year and not just an NDTR pen. So, very well said. This post, it's not at all about the merchandise. It's about the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics recognizing NDTRs and speaking to this credential and upholding it as an important credential, just as they uphold the RDN credential. Because when people look into this field, when people are looking for nutritionists and really good credentialing, they're looking at the Academy. And if they're only seeing registered dietitians, NDTRs are not being seen, they're not being heard, and they're not being understood and valued. I think it was great that NDTRs kind of spoke up in this post, but it's all about solutions. So we let the Academy know that this is not right, but then what can we do as NDTRs to kind of support ourselves? And so Diet Tech Central is a great pillar. It's been around for years, diet for NDTRs, and hint their name Diet Tech Central. They were made before they switched the name to NDTRs, and I think they're a great place to go. And Priscilla commented on this post, and she said, I would highly recommend at Diet Tech Central for anyone looking for DTR gifts. So they do have merchandise there. And I'm very, very excited to say that NDTR Spotlight now also has merchandise. So we are going to be selling some stuff this month. And I do want to say they did respond. Eat Right Pro did respond to all of the comments. They said, thank you for your feedback regarding the DTR items in this year's catalog. We've passed it along to the appropriate Academy team and are looking into adding more options. I was excited at first when I saw this, but Diet Tech Central came in and they responded. And they said, this is the same response every year for years. Plus, you removed the DTR pen from your store a while back. So I don't know how much this is going to do, but if we keep on pushing, if we keep on letting our voice be heard, I think eventually things will happen. But in the meantime, we need to stick together. And so Diet Tech Central is some sources for some nice DTR swag, and now NDTR Spotlight is also a place where you can find some NDTR swag that you can buy and just promote yourself, promote the credential, and celebrate National Nutrition Month in a way by going shopping. I think that's a good way to celebrate. All right, everyone, that is all I have for you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and keep watching. If you click that notification bell on YouTube, you will be alerted when there is a new spotlight dropped, or another informative video about kind of the world of NDTRs. So we'll see you in another episode.